Let's read together. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord is God. It is he that made us, and we are his. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving, and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him. Bless his name, for the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God.
The Lord appeared to Abraham near the great tree of Mamre. While he was sitting at the entrance to his tent in the heat of the day, Abraham looked up and saw 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the entrance of his tent to meet them and bow low to the ground. He said, "If I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord, do not pass your servant by. Let a little water be brought, and then you may all have washed your feet and rest under this tree. Let me get you something to eat, so you can be refreshed and then go on your way. Now that you have come to your servant." "Very well," they answered. "Do as you say." So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah. "Quick," he said, "get 3 seahs of the finest flour and knead it and bake some bread." Then he ran to the herd and selected a choice tender calf and gave it to the servant, who hurried to prepare it. He then brought some curds and milk and the calf that had been prepared and set these before them. While they ate, he stood near them under a tree. "Where is your wife Sarah?" they asked him. "There in the tent," he said. Then one of them said, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, will have a son." Now Sarah was listening at the entrance to the tent, which was behind him. Abraham and Sarah were already very old, and Sarah was past the age of childbearing. So Sarah laughed to herself as she thought, "After I am worn out, my Lord is old. I will now have this pleasure." Then the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Will I really have a child now that I am old?' Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah was afraid, so she lied and said, "I did not laugh." But he said, "Yes, you did laugh." This is the word of God for the people of God.
Thanks be to God.
Have you ever thought about what a gift laughter is? The laughter, really, it's a gift from God. Think about what life would be like without laughter. Can you even imagine? Laughter helps to change things. Laughter lightens the mood. Laughter is a gift for us to just kind of let go. It's a way our emotions just deals with some things that are out of the ordinary, some things sometimes that are too hard to deal with, just to laugh. And it's a gift. Sometimes we laugh because we look at reality and something has changed and it's twisted and it doesn't seem to fit, and so we break out in laughter. Sometimes we laugh at jokes. Sometimes we even have the ability to laugh at ourselves. Have you ever done that? Isn't that a gift? Instead of being down about something that's happened, you just laugh at yourself. Sometimes we laugh because to not laugh would be to cry. It would be too hard. Laughter is a gift. It's a gift from God. Did you know that in all of the languages that there are on the earth, and there's thousands of them, in all of the languages that have ever been, everyone still laughs. Everyone shares the language of laughter. We all laugh. Did you know that children learn to laugh before they learn to speak? And get this, even children who were born blind and deaf still learn how to laugh. Laughter is a common language. Laughter is a gift. Laughter even has the ability to take away pain, not just emotional pain, but physical pain. Norman Cousins did a study, did some research, and found out that when he laughed, it could take away his chronic pain. He was dealing with pain and had a hard time sleeping through the night. And so this is what he did. He put on a film of the Marx Brothers. And he found that 10 minutes of good belly laughter would take away his pain for about 2 hours. He could sleep. And whenever the pain came back, he would just turn on the projector again and continue to watch the Marx Brothers and laugh. And it would work. Laughter has the strength to take away our pain. Have you ever had that moment when you just started laughing and you couldn't control it? Even if you had your mouth full, right? Or what about this? Have you ever had that situation where things were getting tense? Maybe an argument was coming. Two people or a group of people were getting at each other and about to boil over and explode in anger when all of a sudden someone erupts in laughter. And it cools everything down. Sometimes laughter just changes the mood. It's a gift that brings us out of difficult times. Sometimes we laugh so we can stop crying. I used to work with a guy named Harold. I worked for a temp agency. This was the time between college and seminary. I had an extra semester, and so I worked for a temp agency to get money to save up to get married and to go to seminary. And I was working mainly manual labor. And Harold would work from time to time. Now, Harold had a full-time job. He was a dispatcher for the highway patrol. And he could talk with that radio language. But because of his schedule, he oftentimes had long periods where he was off. And so he would work for this temp agency to earn extra money. And Harold was always laughing. He's one of those guys that just, every time you saw him, it seemed like he was laughing. He was joking it up. And he was a hard worker, but he just lightened the mood. I look forward to the days when I knew Harold was going to be there because I knew we'd have a good time. He was always laughing, always joking. And it was so good to be around. And one time, Harold and I sat down for lunch. And he said, "Hey, what are you doing working here? Don't you have a college degree?" And I said, "Yeah." And I told him my plans of seminary, how I felt called to go into the ministry. And he said, "That's great." He said, you need to follow through with that. You need to stay on that." And then he shared with me that there was a time that he worked as a summer youth worker. He was a youth minister. And he kind of felt maybe he was called into the ministry. And I said, "Well, what happened? Tell me about that." He told me about how life just happens real fast. He got married, and then he explained that he had just gone through a terrible divorce. It was awful. He lost his children. He had to work extra to kind of pay for the child support. His wife had kind of worked the system where he had to pay more and more. And I discovered the reason why Harold laughed so much was to just ease pain. And so I said to him, it's not too late. You can be a minister if you feel God is calling you. And he said, "Oh, no, that time is past." He said, "Could you think of me and all that's happened to me being a pastor?" And he laughed. He just laughed. But it wasn't the laughter of wonder or humor. It was laughter of sorrow. Sometimes we laugh just so that we are not swallowed up by our own sorrow. Laughter. But even then, it's a gift. A gift from God. Do you think God ever laughs? Do you think God ever laughs at us? Maybe with us, right? I imagine God laughs with us. In fact, I think if we take a look at our story today, if we look at that story and how it ends, the story in Genesis, I think that God is there laughing with Abraham and Sarah. They're just laughing up the wonderful thing that God is about to do. God shows up and visits Abraham. He comes in the form of 3 travelers, and he comes to Abraham to deliver a message. Interestingly enough, it's a message he's already delivered to Abraham. If we go back to the 17th chapter, we see that God has already told Abraham that Sarah is going to have a child. And God comes back. I think he comes back this time because I think he wants Sarah to hear the news. So God is eating. And God says to Abraham, hey, where's your wife Sarah? Oh, she's in the tent. And God says, hey, guess what? I'm going to come back in due season, and when I come back, she's going to have that child I've been talking about. And Sarah's kind of behind the tent. You know, she's standing behind the door, kind of listening in. God knows that she's listening. She probably knows that God knows that she's listening. And she hears that, and she laughs. She just starts to laugh. She laughs because she's 90 years old, and she knows that the time, the season for her to have children is past. She also knows that her husband is a lot older, and to think about those two doing the thing that takes place for people to have children just was funny. And they laugh. It's okay, we can laugh. God is kind of pulling this joke, so to speak. And so she laughs. She laughs because it is kind of fun. There's humor there. It's absurd to think about that. I think she also maybe laughs because of her pain. Think about Sarah. I think probably long ago, Sarah had given up on this whole child of promise thing. I think she had given up at least on the fact that she would be involved in bringing the child that was promised Abraham. We know this because she takes matters into her own hands, right? She goes and she says to Abraham, look, I don't think this is going to happen for me. You keep on and on about a child that God has promised. Why don't you just take my maid and she can give you a child? And Abraham did it. And they had a child. They had Ishmael. But I want you to think about this. God calls Abraham to leave his land, to leave his family, to go to a place that God is going to show. And when God calls Abraham, he is also calling Sarah. She has to go with him. She has to follow. She also leaves her family. She also leaves her home. She leaves her comfort, and she goes around on this crazy journey, this what seems at times to her reckless journey, this fantasy it must have seemed at times of following where God is going to direct, and that God is somehow going to make Abraham a great nation, that his descendants are going to be greater than the stars of heaven. And I think Sarah had given up on that. Maybe she had even given up on God. At the very least, she had given up on the fact that she was going to play a role in this. That's why she gives her maid. I think Sarah laughs because of pain and sorrow. because she feels that she's followed this fantasy, this journey with her husband, and she wonders if anything is ever going to happen. But we see something interesting in God. You know, Abraham is there with God in the 17th chapter. And God tells Abraham that Sarah's going to have a son. By the way, Sarah wasn't the first one to laugh at this news. As soon as Abraham heard it in the 17th chapter, he fell down on his face and he laughed. God says, no, Sarah is going to bear your son. Abraham says to God in the 18th verse of the 17th chapter, Abram says, oh, that Ishmael shall live in your sight. Ishmael, the son that came from the maid. Abraham is saying, just use him. Just let him be the one in which the promise comes. Bless him and make him the heir of my descendants. And God says no. No. And God says no because he says, I'm not going to give up on Sarah. Maybe Sarah has given up on God, but God will not give up on Sarah. God is saying Sarah will not be the butt of all of the jokes. Sarah will not be the forgotten wife. She will not be the hindrance, the tag along that's just there and useless. No, Sarah will be the mother of promise. She will be the one that brings laughter to life. You know what her son's name is? It's Isaac. You know what Isaac means? Laughter. To laugh. The son of promise is named Laughter. Because God says, I can do anything. I can take a woman who is barren, who has lived her whole life, who is way beyond those years, and I can change things and she can bear a son. I can do whatever I want. I can do wonderful and amazing things so that you will see and trust in God. Can't we laugh at this when we look at the way that God works, when we look at the wonder of God, the amazement of God, we just laugh. The son of promise, the child that makes everything work, right? Because all that God has promised and all that God has said about Abraham and a great nation and a blessing to the world, all of it comes from a child that is going to be born. It comes in Isaac. It comes in a child named Laughter. I think part of Sarah's laughter was pain and sorrow. But I think there's something else. I think there's hope for her in her laughter. There she is. She's listening in. I don't know, maybe she has given up on God. Maybe she's given up on her role. Maybe she's given up on Abraham and all these things he talks about. But yet there she is listening in. She knows that this may be God that has come to visit Abraham. He's an old man, and to see him move at those travelers, they must be someone important. And she's listening and wondering. And she hears God say, Sarah will have a son. And she laughs. I think she laughs because in that moment she begins to believe. She laughs because she realizes maybe all of this wandering around, maybe all of this time isn't for waste. Maybe God is doing something wonderful and amazing, and the only true response is to laugh about it. And there is that exchange with Sarah and God, and kind of Abraham in the middle. There's kind of this secret conversation going on. Sarah can hear God, and God can hear Sarah's thoughts. And so God says to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh at that? She said, I'm too old. God left out the part that she also thought that he was too old. Said she's too old, and she laughed. Is there anything too wonderful for God? God says. And God says it again. When I come back, Sarah will have a son. And then Sarah thinks, I didn't laugh. And God said, oh yes, you did. And you can sense in that there's just this laughter that breaks forth. That together, all of them in this conversation just laugh. The wonderful thing that God is doing, at the hope that God is bringing. Sarah laughs this time, the laughter of hope. Laughter she shares with God. She shares with Abraham. Sometimes we laugh because there's hope. Hope in a desperate situation. Hope in a God who can do wonderful things. About 10 years later, I ran into Harold again, the guy that I worked with at the temp agency. I didn't recognize him at first because he was at a place that was kind of out of place for me seeing him. I was at a CBF of North Carolina convention, a church conference. We was there with hundreds of people celebrating the work of God. And after the service, this man comes up to me and he taps me on the shoulder. He says, hey buddy, you remember me? And I look and I recognize his face. And finally he realizes that I'm not going to notice. I can't quite remember. He laughs and says, remember we worked together at the temp agency. And I said, oh yeah, Harold, how are you? I said, what are you doing here? Are you here with your church? He said, yeah. He said, but look at you. You made it through seminary. And he was talking about that conversation. He remembered the conversation we had. I told him, yeah, that I was serving at church. I was a pastor. And I said, but tell me about you. You're here at this meeting. Did you come with your church? He said, yeah. But get this. I came with my church because I'm the pastor. And I said, really? He said, yeah. He said, I felt God's call, and I went to seminary, and here I am, pastor. And he looked at me, and he just laughed. He said, can you believe it? Me, a pastor? And he laughed. And this time it wasn't the laughter of sorrow, it was the laughter of joy, the laughter of hope, the laughter of wonder of what God is able to do. Sarah laughs. She laughs out of her pain, but she also laughs out of her wonder and her excitement. God and Abraham and Sarah laugh because God is doing something incredible and amazing. And to the world it does seem funny, so they might as well laugh about it. And we laugh. We laugh sometimes. Yes, because if we don't, we'll be swallowed up in our sorrow. We laugh because God does some crazy and amazing things. And sometimes we gather and worship, and the best response, the proper response, is to laugh. To laugh. We laugh the laughter of hope. Because the fulfillment of promise comes. Child may laugh. Thanks be to God.